Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be somewhat of a fairly quick video. I'm going to try to keep it short anyway. I'm going to go over two of the AK products. The first one be AK, their collar waxes. I've been using them for a little while. I started getting hooked on them probably a year or so ago, and they come in like a little tube, sort of like a small tube of toothpaste or something, and most of them are metallizer type collars or metal collars, you know, aluminum, steel, copper, brass, gold. Then they have a few collars. I don't have all of the collars that they do, but I started just picking them up a couple at a time to try them out. And basically there's I'll go over it when we look at them here in just a little bit, but there's three different ways you can use those. They're like I said, they're like a little wax. You put it on your whatever piece you're trying to do, or you put it over part of the model, and you let them sit over like I say about a day and a half, and then you can polish them out. But anyway, we'll take a look at them here in just a little bit. And then the other thing we're going to look at will be the AK Real Collars. They're acrylic markers. And I think there's 34 different collars that come in the box. And they're great little markers. They dry fast. Like I said, they're acrylic. And I just picked them up here recently at the IPMS Nationals here just about a month or so ago in Hampton. And I watched a guy demonstrate them, and he basically painted a whole model with this thing other than the body. He did a Jeep model, and then all the accessories you put in the back, you know, the bags, the coolers, all the stuff. They did weathering on the suspension with these things. Like I said, he basically painted the body of the Jeep, and then he just went to town with the markers, and it's unreal what he done with these markers. So anyway, we're going to take a look at those. Like I said, I just started using those a little bit, playing with them a little bit, getting used to them here in the last month. But anyway, we're going to take a look at both of those. So anyway, let's get building. Okay everybody, so again, welcome back to the channel, and again, like I said, we're going to go over the these little collar waxes. It's AK True Metal, they call it. Like I said, there's different variations and different colors in it. Like I said, there's here's iron, the metallic blue, dark aluminum, then we've got gunmetal, some steel, brass, gold. This is just the ones I started out with trying to use for different engine components, suspension parts, just different things like under the hood, under the chassis, so forth, and maybe some interior stuff, exhaust, stuff like that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is show you real quick how this stuff applies. And then I did some various collars a couple days ago so it could dry, because you want to give it about a day and a half or so to dry, a good 24-36 hours before you polish it out. And so anyway, I'm just going to do a couple collars on this scrap piece right here and show you how it works. We'll just do here's some iron right here, and let me zoom in just a little bit on this so I can show you. And like I said, it's in a tube, like I said, just like toothpaste or something. And you just want to take a little bit, as the saying goes, a little dab will do ya. So anyway, you get a little bit on your brush, and oh, there we go. And you just start spreading it around. This is going to be a little thick right here. I got a little too much on my brush. Just grabbed it too quick. But anyway, you just want to, like I said, just keep brushing it. Eventually your brush marks will go away if you just keep brushing. It'll sort of level out on its own. And you want to probably prime your parts good before you do this, sand and prime, because it's sort of like going over it with bare metal foil, or either like when you spray a chrome, it's only going to be as smooth as the item you're putting it on, you know, the piece you're putting it on. But I'm just trying to do this real quick. So what you would do, you just like I say, brush it on, and you just keep brushing it out. Like I said, not trying to repeat myself here, but like I said, I did get a little too much on here for this section right here. And then, like I said, you would let this dry for 24, 36 hours, and then you'll come back and polish it out. Before we get to showing you polishing it out, there's two other ways you can put this product on. One of them is more or less similar to this right here. Instead of using a brush, you would just use a rag, and you would just sort of wipe it on like you're trying to polish a car or something, like when we wax our models and all. To me, I just prefer the brush, but you can use the rag. To me, if you use the rag, it just sort of is taking too much off at one time. You're putting it on, but the rag is sort of dragging it off as well. But anyway, the third part that you can do to apply this stuff is actually airbrush it. And of course, you'd have to thin it down, because as you can see, it's let's see here. Let's see, there we go. Good. But anyway, you'd have to thin it down. Use white mineral spirits. Just thin it down to just your normal consistency that you spray with, and you would airbrush it on. I've not tried airbrushing it. I don't know that I would, because to get into that, you could just buy metallizer paints. But I love this product right here. The, like I said, these Acrylic waxes. And again, there's various colors. I'm going to show you here in a little bit where I mixed some blue with, I believe it was the iron or the aluminum yesterday. And that works out good for the bluing on your exhaust and all. I'm going to see if I can get some yellow or orange next time at a show where they're selling this, and see if I can mix a little bit of that in to help too with the bluing on the exhaust. But anyway, the gold is really nice. I'll show you here in a little bit, and then of course the brass and so forth. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that, but I'm going to show you real quick how it polishes it out. Let me wash my brush off here real quick. Okay, so here's a piece that I did yesterday. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit. And I've used various colors. You can see, just did different ones. And let's see if I can get it up close here. And it does have brush marks in it. Like I said, I wasn't trying to get it smooth. I was just trying to get me a sample piece so I could show you today how to polish it out. As you can see, it's got some shine to it, some sheen to it and so forth. And the more you polish it, the glossier it's going to get. I'm trying to get it so the light don't shine on it so bad. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to polish this out. And you, like I said, you just take your rag and you just start polishing. Like I said, I've got brush marks in this, so I'm not going to get it super smooth, but you'll see the difference. Whoa, the gold come off there. I guess because it wasn't primed. Not doing very good on my sample here, am I? Like I said, that's just straight to plastic, unwashed plastic on top of that. So, I should have primed it before I done this. But anyway, you'll see here in just a second. You can see it coming off on my rag, and see how the aluminum and the iron, the gold, except where I wiped it off. And of course the blue, and then this right here was the bluing, where I tried to simulate the bluing, right there, the bluing on the exhaust. And let's see, this was some steel right here, and like I said, this was more gold back here in the brass. But you can see where if you polish it, it will start to get glossier and glossier. Like I said, I should have primed this like I do my other stuff when I use this product, but I guess being unwashed and unprimed, it came off on me right there. But anyway, like I said, give it a good 24 to 36 hours and it will, as you can see, get really glossy. Like I said, the paint, the brush marks shouldn't be in there. Like I said, I should have got it a little bit smooth, but again, I was just trying to give samples on this. So anyway, that's that product right there. Like I said, I love it. It works out good on stuff, especially, again, not repeating myself, but undercarriage, engine parts, so forth. So let me close this back up and move this out of the way, and we'll look at these markers where I was going to show you real quick. sorry, pardon me here. Set that to a side, and I get organized here. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so let's see, let me zoom out some here. So anyway, these are the AK Real Colors markers, like I said, from AK. Acrylic marker for modeling, matte finish, fast dry, and waterproof. And there's 34 different colors in here. Here's your color chart. Like I said, it's everything from rubber black, off-white, there's reds, yellows, tans, woods, beiges, greens, grays. We got gunmetal down here for like checker plate. It shows different military colors, and a lot of this guys that use this would be the military guys, but like I said, I found a whole lot of stuff you can use this for. And there's actually 2 sleeves of these markers in here. So I'm just going to show, like I said, I'm just going to pull some odd ones out and show you how they work. Let's pull this orange one out right here. They can be a little hard to get out. You just sort of got, if you got fat fingers like myself, that's sort of hard. But anyway, the nice little marker. Pull the tip off like this and scroll in here a little bit. And like I said, it's a pointed marker and sort of like a little felt tip type. And I'm just going to draw on this on the top part of this chassis right here. And as you can see, they fill in pretty good. You just start collaring in where you want to go. You can put a fine line if you want to. Depends on how hard you push down on it. As you can see, I put it, you know, you can let's see here. Sorry guys, it's hard to watch the camera and do this same time. So anyway, that's that's the orange. So I'll pull another one out here. Use it. Let's see here. Something to show up. I'll use one of these greens right here. Like I say, you don't have to shake them up, but let's see if I can get up close right here, and then like I said, you can come down beside it, do like that. You can like I said, do a whole section, or like I said, you can just get back and do a fine line. Just depends, like I said, it depends on how hard you push down on it, like that. So anyway, that would be the markers. I just wanted to show those real quick. They're super nice. Like I said, I seen the guy that was demonstrating these. He did a whole entire model. All the parts, other than the body, everything was done with these markers. And he was doing some absolute fabulous detailing. He had a hand that was unreal to watch him, how he was doing everything. And they will dry, the collars do dry out, flat collar. There are no gloss in here. Everything in here will be flat when it dries out. But like I said, they're good for chipping. Like here's one that is for chipping. Sorry, I got fat fingers, guys. But anyway, it's called a chipping collar. It's like a dark brownish black. And like I say, you're chipping, it just, you know, you could use that on your model to, you know, show on the armor stuff and all. And then you could put like a silver under it or over it and chip away at it. Let's see here. I was trying to look real quick. Here's a aluminum. Let's see what one of these aluminum silver collars look like. See if you can see it. There we go. This is aluminum right here again, like I said, and like I said, they dry out really smooth. When they dry out, you can see the orange over here and the green where it's starting to dry out. Like I said, I love these markers. I haven't used them a whole lot yet. I'm just now starting to use them. But I think they're going to be great to do some more fine detailing and all. So anyway, just wanted to show those two products real quick today. Like I said, the wax, the color wax, I've been using for a while. I love those things. The markers, I'm just now starting to use them. Like I said, it's a little bit pricey. I paid like $100 for this set right here, but they do great. Again, I know I keep repeating myself, and I just hate to keep going over it, but I can see where these will come in handy on a lot of models I do here in the future moving on. So anyway, appreciate all the subs where everybody's giving me, all the thumbs up, the thank yous, the comments. Like I said, I've been running into a lot of you at the shows here lately, where we've been doing some shows. So just keep it up, and let's get building.